Don't it? Everybody, come on, throw your hands up. We got that feel-good music, that vibe that make you wanna lose it. Everybody stop what you doing, rock to the music, bounce to the music. For all my people all across the globe, we got that feel-good music that'll heal your soul. No matter what, hit the dance floor with Honey Get Light. Get to know her.
I know what it is. It's your man Vince Pass in the building for the podcast, The Vince Pass Experience. I am here with you this evening on this lovely evening. It's 8 o'clock and all's well. Shout out to my peoples on IG. Shout out to my peoples on the Truth Be Told podcast. Shout out to my Truth Be Told family in the building. I think they got their podcast going on right now, but shout out to them. You feel me? Shout out to my girl Liz. She's on here with me right now on IG. I wasn't going to go on IG at first, but I was like, you know what? F it. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I have a real special show. But of course, you know, I got to give it up for everybody that comes on, pays attention to what's going on throughout the month. You know, this month is still Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you know anybody that's going through some things right now and they feel like they can't make it, you feel what I'm saying? Definitely give them the 1-800 number, 273-8255, 1-800-273-8255. Let them know, like, yo, listen, there's always somebody out here that we can chop it up with and talk to. You feel me? So please, it's tough out here. You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to figure out who we got to talk to. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, when you don't got nobody to talk to, the world that's this big can get real small real fast. You know what I'm saying? I know because I've experienced 2 breakdowns before, in my younger years. Actually 3, one in my older years too. But, that's another story. But listen, and I'm still here. Thank you, God, I'm still here, you dig? So, listen, click, tag, and share, youtube.com/VincePass1. You can catch me there. Or you can catch me on Facebook if you're on Facebook Live right now, at twitter.com/VincePassTV. Whatever platform you want, I'm there. I got a couple of more I'm ready to be on in a minute too. And then we on LinkedIn.com. So if you're on LinkedIn, there goes the link right there. Check me out. Check out my website, www.onevoiceonemic.com. It's spelled differently. So it's with the number 1 on the first one, and it's spelled out 1 on the second one. You feel me? So a lot of things coming up. You feel me? Shout out to my people from Truth Be Told podcast. Check them out. Follow them on IG. Catch the event. You feel me? It's the Truth Tour. All white event going on July 9th. All right, July 9th is at a secret location. The only way you're going to know about it if you purchase the tickets. But I'm going to send you over to their IG where you can get the tickets. You dig what I'm saying? You'll get the ticket website on Eventbrite. You dig what I mean? Or you can look it up on Eventbrite. Look up the Truth Be Told, all right? That July 9th. Get at them. Tickets, $25. The performance is going to be fire. It's going to be somewhere in Brooklyn. So my Brooklyn peoples, yo, show up and show out. You dig what I'm saying? My man Glam, Old Westbury alum. Shout out to my man Glam. Yo, show up and show out for my man Glam and my Old Westbury peoples. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Yo, of course, I definitely always got to show my man Mark Doss out here. You dig what I'm saying? The Nerds brand in the building. Feel me? www.thenerdsbrand.com. For all my people, he don't just do stuff for Cincinnati. He do stuff for worldwide. But this is where he's from, born and raised. Mark Doss Jr. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Keep doing your thing, baby. You and your brother and your family. Congratulations to your sister for getting her master's degree the other day. Shout out to her. You feel me? Yeah, check him out, man. Mark Doss always doing some big things, some good things too. But look, you ever thought about wanting to be a mastermind? Come holler at your boy Vince. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I do out here. You feel me? If you're thinking about being a mastermind and you have a business that you're trying to take to a whole nother level, you got to hook up, hobby, or hustle. Yo, come see me. Come talk to me. Come reach out to me at Vince Pass. My email address is Vince Pass, Cincy, BMM, all right, at outlook.com. All right. We also have a conference getting ready to come up, right, in a couple of weeks. Join us, right? Here we go right here. The Summit of the Black Masterminds. It's a 4-day event from July 16th to the 19th. Day 1 is the Business Expo. Day 2, White Night. Day 3, conference sessions and award dinners, okay? And day 4, you got brunch and graduation, all right? If you're interested, text that right there. You see that right there where it says text Summit to 913-349-7817. Definitely going to send you where you need to be so you could definitely find out more information. You dig? And of course, last but not least, shout out to my man Kells. My man Kells is nuts. You got to follow my guy, all right? IG, everywhere. Comedy, you want to follow him on TikTok, he's on there too. Definitely gives it up, gives up the cuts. So listen, I think tonight I'm going to make this a half-hour segment. And the reason why I'm going to make this a half-hour segment is because also I do have something I really need to go finish doing. But I want to give a shout out to me right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank everyone out there that has congratulated me for getting my degree. I surely appreciate the love. I really, really do. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, it was a journey. It definitely was a journey. I told you 26 years ago, I'm very transparent. 26 years ago, I was so immature. And anyone that knew me knew how immature I was. And I was just doing a lot of things. I was doing a lot of negative things, man. And they got me kicked out of school. And the funny thing about it is I thought I was persona non grata all these years. And the funny thing about it was when they were looking at the paperwork for me to get back into school, they said, nah, Vince, you was just removed off campus. I said, oh, my God, Gene did not, God bless him, man. He did not get me kicked out of school, nor did the president sign off on that. So I said, Jesus, thank you. And it's been sitting like that all these years. But I was not ready to go back to school. I was not mature enough to handle going back to school at the time. And during the time that I wanted to go back to school, I was married, kids, career. You know what I mean? I had to choose. But then, at some point it was like, yo, enough is enough. Enough procrastinating, enough putting everything on the back burner. It's time to go. Hit the go button. It's time to go, Vince. And that's exactly what happened. So I received my Bachelor's of Science on the 22nd of December, 2021. But it wasn't real to me until I actually got the degree. So I was thinking about going to get my degree, but then I realized that my son's graduation was on the 23rd, which was that Monday. And so I was like, okay, I won't be able to make this. The next thing you know, I was like, yo, I come upstairs in my building today, and I see something on the floor. I'm not thinking like somebody is sending me something. You know what I mean? Then I looked and said, SUNY College of Westbury, something this small. I'm thinking like, man, they about to give me a letter about the money I owe. Next thing you know, open it up, man, there goes my degree. So I was like, wow. And I'm just grateful, man. Just grateful for many things. But yo, tonight, listen, man, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna come with the fire. You dig what I'm saying? So, shout out. Oh, definitely I give a shout out to my man, 50 grand, one of the greatest running backs of all time in the NFL, Jerome Bettis. Now, y'all think I'm talking about a football accomplishment? Not at all. A couple of hours ago, Jerome Bettis went back to Notre Dame, where he played football at, and he graduated today. He went back 28 years later and got his degree like he promised his mother. He is officially the first sibling actually the first one in his family to have a college degree. And outside of my children, my two sons, they had their degrees before me. But out of my brothers and sisters, I am the first one to actually have my degree, my immediate family. So, I want to say thank y'all to all y'all for y'all support, who supported me on that journey. I appreciate it. My sister, who definitely supported me on this journey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Octavia, you know what I mean? My sister who been there every step of the way. So I just want to tell you thank you. Shout out to all of my external family, my extended family of mothers, Grandma Howard, you know what I'm saying? My brother Cam, just everyone from the projects. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a lot of the people who I mentioned, man. I mean, just my old Westbury family, period. Listen, we're HBCU. I don't care what no one say. We are the official, unofficial HBCU in New York State. Can't nobody see us on that. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we was an experimental college. If you want to know the history of Old Westbury, SUNY College of Old Westbury was an experimental college. It was not meant to be around this long. But guess what? Just like that's the same thing they said about hip hop, right? And here we are today. Yo, check it. I want to talk about something everyone knows what went down yesterday in Buffalo. Everybody knows about that. So tonight's show, I would like to talk about America's continuous moments of silence. Really, I should have put my original title, but I felt like, you know what? It might be a little bit too strong for some people. But the original title said Black America's Moments of Silence. Okay? And the reality is that every time a tragedy strikes, the Black community is forever in a moment of silence. America wants to be in this old moment of silence. We want to be in this old collective of unity when tragedy strikes on a grand level. But majority of the tragedies that have happened, with the exception of school shootings, you feel what I'm saying, have severely affected the Black community. This young man plotted this entire thing. Plotted the entire thing. Came from 200 miles away, scoped it out, watching people go in and out this store. You dig what I'm saying? Every time he would come to plot this thing out. And then he sees his opportunity. So with his opportunity, he's in a whole African American community. Taps. Come on, man. That's not like Kroger. Why you ain't go to Kroger? Why you ain't go to Pathmark? Why didn't he go to all the other places, but he chose a whole Black community? Well, that's what happens when you're dealing with a person who has a 180-page written manifesto, basically dealing with white supremacy. But people are still saying that white supremacy don't exist, right? Come on, man. Let's get realistic. Let's get realistic. But every time a tragedy in Black America happens, there's always a moment of silence. I'm tired of being quiet. When are we going to stop being quiet? When are we going to stop just sitting down and taking it and stand up and say something? From sports to entertainment, violence. Let's have a moment of silence. So it was a moment of silence. George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, okay, and the other 181 people that were killed in the police killings between the time George Floyd was killed to present day. Moment of silence. That's all we do. Moment of silence. When are we going to wake up and realize that, yo, being quiet is not what it is? We had a whole civil rights movement of just being quiet. We was beaten. We was raped. We was drugged. We was bitten by dogs. We were beat senselessly, dragged off buses, dragged out of schools, Listen, what do you mean? Moment of silence. Why are we still quiet? How many more hate crimes do we got to sit through, man? Like this is like a reoccurring thing. You feel me? This is a reoccurring movie. Yeah, I feel like I'm watching Star Wars, and then I'm watching Empire Strikes Back, then I'm watching Return of the Jedi, and then I'm watching what's going on. Shout out to my Instagram peoples, and then I'm watching Boba Fett, then I'm watching Mandalorian. Yeah, I get where I'm going here. I'm watching the same reoccurring themes of what's going on in America with Black America. So I'm just trying to get an understanding with these perpetual motives of this learned behavior that continuously reeks through America, America's fibers, but they'll still say that white supremacy doesn't exist. It's in the blueprint of existence of America. How are y'all saying it don't exist? From the creation of the land, it was been raped, pillaged, it was murder for them to get it. They enslaved and they bullied. Okay, the only reason why they stopped doing it to white people because it was our turn. I'm sorry, I'm calling a spade a spade. It was our turn. They wasn't treating other white people to cruel forms of slavery. Even the prisoner during indentured servitude had rights. They were being treated accordingly. until a term of servitude was over. But it was just our turn. We're not included in the Constitution still. They won't ratify that. They won't break that back down. Okay? But here, let me give you a caveat in that. Just to let you know where we really are at. When you got the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas and his wife, who is white, tweeting, encouraging the January 6th insurrection, the overthrowing of the government, and he's still sitting in the Supreme Court, and we not saying nothing? We not. We're not even calling for him to be removed. But when it came for those tweets and texts to be revealed, he was the only one that voted against it. Because he knew that he was in it and his wife was in it. But even though they came out, we still haven't said anything yet. And I'm just getting tired of how long will Colin Kaepernick be the poster child of what happens when you take a knee and you being quiet in America? The poster child. I just read today, is Colin Kaepernick playing in the 2022 upcoming NFL season? When there's only one team that really wants to take a chance on him? Like, come on, be real. Be real. The team that wanted him, one of the other teams that had interested in him, are willing to take a 13-year veteran, right, who is in retirement before they take Colin Kaepernick. Come on, man. Let's get for real out here. Make it make sense. How long are we going to keep being quiet? We quiet in the stance in America. It does not work. And even when we quiet, we still get penalized. Still. The entire civil rights movement draped us in hate throughout all the peaceful protesting. Draped us in it. Lynched us. Killed us. Beat us. Raped us. Threw us out of windows. Sprayed us with hoses. Sick dogs on us. Mobs of people jumping us. But we still being quiet. Still being quiet. The reality is that, sometimes I even think the insurrection that took place, it should have just took place. Let's just throw out the old government period. Okay? Let's just throw out the whole government. All right? Let's start, let every state begin to deal with their own state. Let's see how this works. I mean, we done tried everything else. Why don't we try that? But it doesn't matter because we still sitting back in a seat in which we choose not to get in. We fought to come from the back of the bus to sit in the front of the bus. Geez, that was good enough. Then we relied on affirmative action. That was good enough. It's like we have come so far, but yet we are still far away from the goal. And we know they're going to keep moving the goalposts. So we got to find a way to make them stop moving the goalposts. If we all stood up, united, okay, we'll stand a better chance. But too many of you are afraid to lose your statuses. Yeah, y'all afraid to lose your status here in America. You think losing it, you're not going to get it back? Come on, man. Let's go. This is the land of opportunity. You have people that's out there who have lost so much and gained so much back. And I'm sorry, it may not been about pigmentation, but it's a way. Let's get back. If we stop trying to cancel one another, but that's another story right there. So check this out. According to the federal government, 61.8% of the hate crimes that take place are racially motivated. I'm going to give you another statistic. 13.3 of them are religiously motivated. Gender identity, 2.7% are gender motivated. But then there's a category called gender. 0.07%. First of all, y'all need to understand something. I said this before. When there's a hate crime that takes place, and a lot of people don't, shout out to Ava, when a hate crime takes place, you are not gay first. You are color first. You're not a gender first. You are color first. You're not human. You're color first. So when they see a black woman, whether they was gay, straight, transgender, whatever, is a black woman. Media spins it to say what a person is in order for them to excite the riot. And we fall for it all the time like the banana in the tailpipe. You feel me? But we still be quiet when it comes to just Black America, period, in its totality. When is this going to be a melting pot of people that's just willing to fight to not be quiet anymore and to really make change? I don't like my politicians. Let's get them out. I keep telling y'all, give me a soccer mom. Give me a soccer mom any day. At least I know one thing. She know how to balance a checkbook. But we living in a country that's ran and deeply rooted in Jim Crow laws. But we don't do anything to try to overturn those laws. Like, for instance, with the whole gun law thing that's going on, that's swept the United States, especially in Ohio. You don't have to have a license to carry a weapon. That's crazy to me. But if you don't have if you don't have to have a license to carry a weapon, so then what happens to the convicted felons, right, who have turned themselves around? They may have businesses, right, who are working hard, right, who are taking care of their families. What happens to them? Do they still get excluded from not being able to carry a weapon? Yeah, they do. So the law's still not dealing with the equality of things. Still not. Still not. Even a convicted felon, when they come back to the planet Earth, that's what I call it. Because when someone get arrested and they go to prison or whatever, I say they in outer space for a minute. You feel me? Then when they come back to Earth, they got to reapply for everything. They got to reapply, okay, for their voting rights. Yeah, if you didn't know that, you got to know that. You got to reapply for your voting rights. Okay, you bring your ID down to the DMV, and they give you a regular ID card for free. No, wait, I think it's $5 now. They give it to you for $5, right? You get a regular ID card. Okay? But the doors are still closed, and mostly the people that have the doors closed in their face are black people. But we still be quiet. We still don't create a lane. You can have a whole business, and you won't create a lane to hire someone who needs that job. Black people, we are here to create income for other black people. Stop thinking that you're supposed to make $100,000 a year when you're not even putting in $100,000 worth of work. Stop spending your profits. That's another story. We're going to talk about that later. I don't want to get too deep into that right now. But again, we're living in an age where Jim Crow laws are deeply entrenched in everything that we do, this whole society. If you don't know anything about the Jim Crow laws, read the Jim Crow letter. You need to go ahead and read that. All right? Read the Jim Crow letter. There are many, many manifestos that are written on white supremacy. Ku Klux Klan, they got hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. But many of you out there are so in denial and really not understanding what's going on because they keeping you brainwashed. Listen, we on social media like 95 going south. Our kids are weak because they watch us sit down and not stand up for nothing. You can't even go to school and stand up for them properly. The reason being because you don't even participate in PTA meetings. You don't even look at the changes that go on in the school system, and they send your ass a newsletter home every damn month. How many of you go down to the Board of Education meetings? How many of you watch it on the streams? You don't know because you don't want to know. I don't got nothing wrong with anybody going to the club. Let's be clear about that. I don't got nothing wrong with nobody going to the club. I'm tired of your little extracurricular activity to kick it. No problem. But I have a problem is when you go into the club, all right, and your kid ain't doing well in school, but your kid out here running the street. Then when your kid get chastised and checked, you ready to fight. I don't care if you man or female. I don't care. Get mad about it. But the reality is that you quiet on one thing, but you loud on another. You loud as a motorbike when it comes to your kid and somebody else checking them, but you ain't loud when it comes to his or her education. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Jim Crow laws have us to the point right now where we still are being quiet, and all they doing is revamping these laws, revamping them. But again, if you don't take the time to read these manifestos and things like that, that's out, so you can have a strong idea of your enemy and who you're dealing with, you're gonna lose all the time. Sun Tzu say, know your enemy, many victories, many defeats. Many victories if you know your enemies, and many defeats from your enemy will be defeated. But they are doing everything possible to get rid of critical race theory, CRT, as a training, as a teaching tool for adults. It is actually a college level course. But they broke it all the way down to where it's like, wait a minute, these kids are learning too much about slavery. They're learning about what we did to their ancestors. We can't have them learning that, but y'all still quiet about that. History needs to be taught. And half you can't even teach that history because you don't even know your own history. You don't even know your own family tree. You won't even try to learn your family tree. You won't sit down with grandmother long enough for her to pass the story on to you. So what we talking about? We talking about money, we talking about time. We talking about riches, or we talking about crime? What we talking about? But y'all so tough. Y'all so tough against each other. But y'all won't be tough against a system that keeps you locked and ensnared in rhetoric. You want to chase the Joneses, be the Joneses, keep up with the Joneses. Spend more money on things that you can't even afford. Have 10 credit cards. Mounts of debt. But you living above your means, and you can't even take care of yourself. You have these check cashing places where you don't spend all of your income tax money. You didn't even bother to have a business, try to set a business up for yourself. That's why you sitting down and being quiet, because you haven't done anything productive in your own life so you can produce that same kind of fruit and have your own children produce that fruit in theirs. What you sowing? What you sowing? Yeah, I'm kind of upset tonight. I'm not even going to lie. What you sowing? I'm going to leave you with this. You know, we talk about the Reconstruction period. Maybe some of you don't even know about the Reconstruction. Some of you only know that there was one Reconstruction period, right? Okay, I give you two. There was two Reconstruction periods, okay? So a Boston Globe writer, and I'm paraphrasing what the Boston Globe writer said. He said that politics of white backlash have once again delayed the rendezvous with history, okay? The time of Barack and Trump and Black Lives Matter in January 6th represents a third Reconstruction period with a battle pitting Reconstruction supporters of multiracial democracy against the redemptionist advocates of white supremacy. I agree totally. Because when you had America on its heels, on its heels. This was our moment. This was our time. But too many of you got quiet. Y'all didn't go vote. Too many of y'all got silent. Y'all didn't go vote. Too many of you got quiet. Y'all didn't bother to do your investigating. Y'all voted for the same guy y'all got in office right now, knowing that the person that's in office just wasn't good for you. Wasn't good for us. Now, I'm not just saying us as just being Black America, but for the people who are dealing with everyone on a human level. On a human level. Because before you're a color, you're human. So if you're not dealing with anyone on a human level, you're definitely not going to deal with anybody on a color level. You can't. So we had a third Reconstruction that was happening. You got multicultural democracy over here, and then you got white supremacists over here. And they tried to take over the White House. And all we did was sit back and say, oh well, it ain't my problem. It is your problem. You keep thinking it's not your problem. Do you understand that paying taxes is illegal in America? A lot of things y'all don't know. Slow to the poll. Yeah, taxes are illegal in America. I digress. Yo, man, some of y'all really baffle me, man. Do y'all understand the purpose of college loans and why they still want to keep them going and they're raising them up higher and higher in the interest rates? Do you understand that? It's to fund the war chest. That money don't go to nowhere but to war. What America gonna do without a war chest? We so much in debt as America. The American government, right? As America, we are in debt to China. We in debt. Come on, man. Y'all need to find out how much China really owns here. Find out how much stuff Japan really owns in America. What is wrong with y'all? Wake up. Wake up. Man. Yo, listen, man. Join me tomorrow. It's my time, man. I'm sorry. I'm just really passionate about this. You know, we get silent. We've been silent too long. And a lot of people, shout out to my peoples on IG, and a lot of people, you know, tune in and out because they get tired of hearing the same thing. I wish those people that are tired of hearing the same thing be the ones that also get involved in the fight. Grassroots is where it's all going to begin. Period. So I want to play something for y'all right now, real quick, and I hope y'all can hear it. This is a mantra that I actually live by these days. It was a mantra that that was on Coach Carter. And if anybody read or seen the movie, which I hope you've seen the movie, Coach Carter was awesome. But there was a particular part of the movie when he had them in class. And during this time in this class, he was talking to them about why they're so afraid to succeed, right? Which is real. You know, a lot of us are just afraid to succeed. A lot of us are afraid to come up out of our comfort zone. A lot of us are. Listen, I was one of them. I was one of them. I'm not even going to lie to you. I will not sit here and say to you that I was not one of them. I definitely was one of them. And it's funny how when you want something, you can't find it, right? Is it always like that? When you're looking for something, you can't find it. But if you don't want it, you're going to find it. Yeah, I guess that's what just happened. And there's a particular part of it that I really would like to play, and I don't think I'm going to be able to find it at this particular moment. But I will definitely get it out for you. I will play it on my next show. I apologize for not having it, for not being prepared with it. Yeah, I don't have it. I definitely don't have it. I thought I would have it. But I don't. But yeah, I just want to say thank y'all to everyone for tuning in tonight. You know, it's been a real serious day for me. Getting my degree meant a lot to me today. But what really means more to me is that getting my degree, but showing other people that, again, it is not too late. It is not too late to push past your own fears, to push past everything that you feel can hold you back. Oh, here you go right here. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to play it for you right now. Tell me if you guys can hear this.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. We are liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others.
That's how I live my life, to liberate others. Yo, I just want to say thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in. It's your man, Vince Pass, in the building for the podcast, One Voice, One Mic. Catch you tomorrow night, Unapologetically Vince. Check out my man, Kels, again. You know what I'm saying? I still got him up right now. I must have been going in. But, yo, again, hey, man, National Suicide Prevention Hotline. You know anybody that's having a hard time with it in life, 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255. You catch me on YouTube, /VincePass1. Catch me Facebook, Twitter.com. All the numbers are there. Facebook, /VincePass. Twitter.com, VincePassTV. LinkedIn. Also, you know, I didn't put up my Anchor .fm, which I need to. I've been definitely slacking on that. So, yo, catch me on Anchor.fm as well. Yo, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
Feels so good. Feels good, don't it? Everybody, come on. Throw your hands up. We got that feel-good music, that vibe that make you wanna lose it. Everybody stop what you're doing, rock to the music, bounce to the music. For all my people all across the globe, we got that feel-good music that'll heal your soul, no matter what.